Welcome back, and today we are doing wire fiber farming, and this area is one of my favorite places just to farm. Make sure that you come to Eden Grove. That's basically where it's located. I'll show you in the map in a sec, but always try to put down a tent just in case. It's always good just to have a tent nearby, and just because sometimes you could get the path I'm going is actually a fairly decent path, but there is one part where you have to go through a cave and it becomes a little bit tricky. So you could just see I'm just like by the Gatherer shrine right there, and you just basically follow the road and just go to those areas, and then you just go north and then north again, because when you keep going north there's actually becomes more different mobs, and then there's chests to loot, so you have a chance to get some pretty good chest loots right there, and as well as that there's tons of wire fiber up there as well. So if you don't like to fight the blighted, then that is the probably alternative route, but first go through this route that I'm going to be showing you guys because it's very effective, and just keep that in mind. And right now I was just showing you guys like the kind of the gear I have. So I have pretty much all the harvesting gear luck that I have on there. It's all 5%, but they did totally nerf the legendary drops by far. I'm wearing pretty much as high deck gear you could possibly have in this game, and I still didn't even get nowhere close compared to the legendary drops that should have dropped before this patch came out. So just mind you, they did completely nerf everything, which does make sense because they gave you 250 to make a legendary, so you just mine 250 of these fibers to get the legendaries, but they completely defeat the purpose of like farming out here to kind of get the luck of getting legendaries, which is the fun part. And getting lucky is kind of fun, and like having the gear as well. But now the gear doesn't make it's not very valid anymore, right? Because you can just craft it now, so it's like it kind of defeats the purpose. So it is kind of really counterintuitive, but it is what it is. So but you know, this is still a really good route just to farm tons of wire fiber, like easily like 2k in like 30 minutes. So if you wanted as much wire fiber as possible, like this is the place to come, and it's also really good for experience. So really good route to one of the best route. It is the best route in the game to be farming this stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to get your aptitude up as quickly as possible, this probably took me about 30 minutes to get the whole ring around for the aptitude. If you guys don't know what aptitude is basically, you just saw right there kind of in the circle with the 3 dots or arrows. You have to get the whole entire ring to get 1 aptitude experience. So like and every time you hit those ticks, you can get a chest, right? So basically, I'll show you guys right there in a second. Once I get that, you see that half the orange bar, that's me basically leveling up my aptitude. So you need experience in order to level up really quickly. So I do recommend to get tools now that have experience, yield, and then I think luck. Yeah, luck as well. So those are the top 3 things to get because with the experience, you get to level up your aptitude faster, which means that you'll also get more chests. So that's basically, and the yield basically means that, say if you looted 50 of those, you get an extra 10% or 20% or wherever how good it is. So it's really nice. You can see I got leveled. That's the chest that you can get. So really good way of getting chests. And what these chests do is that you'll see later on is that they give you some pretty good drops. Like one particular item that's actually pretty decent is that you get veils of suspended Azoth, which is really useful because I feel like they stealth nerfed basically traveling. So like when I was like wanting to travel now, I felt like things were a lot more expensive. Before, like I was spending maybe 200 to 300 just to travel, and that's with me almost fully loaded. Now it's like 400 to 500, so I feel like they also nerfed it. So as in like you're gonna have to spend more, you know, to travel and stuff like that. That's just my opinion, but having those vials suspended of earth, Azoth I mean, are really nice to have because I needed Azoth, and I haven't been doing too much of invasions just because evasions is kind of like luck if you get lucky picked, you know. I haven't been doing it as much, but yeah, it's kind of nice that you don't really have to do outpost rush now or invasions, you could just be gathering and stuff and get a decent amount. Like you could literally, if you get the whole circle, I think you get about 10 to 20, 10 to 20 bottles of those Azoth if you get lucky, really lucky. So, but usually every time you get a chest, I think it's about 2 to 5 for every chest that you get. So it's not too bad. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, and then this area that I'm coming up on is basically a cave, and this cave has blight. And blight is so annoying to deal with, and like it's one of the worst things that you could probably have, because what ends up happening is that when you get blighted, you can't heal almost. Like it's like, I don't know what the debuff is. Like I think it was like 50% to 75%. I can't remember, because like I just when it comes to any of these blighted places, I just take the pot shield, and basically I never see what the debuff is anymore. So it's like I always have that in my hand. So you can see I have those green veils, but I always just take the pots and then just like get rid of that, because it's actually really annoying to deal with the blighted stuff, just because like the 50% reduction, and you also get dotted as well. So you always take a percentage of damage. I think it's like every 3 seconds or 5 seconds you get hit. So yeah, it's not fun to deal with that. But there is wire fiber in here. That's the only reason why I come in this area. So, and it's fairly easy to get it. But yeah, you definitely most likely are going to get hit with that blighted. And yeah, you kind of want to get rid of it. So I'm just searching right now. You could literally use the weak, and it is exactly the same as the strongest one, which makes absolutely no sense. And they still need to fix that that problem right there. I don't know what it is. I think what they should do is like maybe like have like a ward where like it blocks like X amount of damage or something, and that would kind of be nice. Like say the small does like, I don't know, 1,000, the big ones do like 10,000 or something. So but yeah, I just buy the small ones. They're like literally like 15 cents on my server, so it might be even cheaper on you guys' server. I'm on the low pop server, so those small ones, just go buy that and you're good enough. But for some reason, sometimes it just still says I have like the blighted resistance, which should just go away, and it was actually ticking down a little bit. So I was like, but don't have to worry about it. I have it for 5 minutes, so it's just like a little bit of a visual glitch. So but yeah, I'm going to fast forward this now, and you guys can kind of see like all the areas that I go to, all the spots where there's the wire fiber drops, and you can kind of see how much I get. And there are different types of monsters that drop pretty good, not too bad of loot, I would say. But mind you, when you're fighting monsters, you kind of want to have a little bit of loot luck so you can get some better gear, right? So, but yeah, I hope you guys like the video and just enjoy the rest of it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and fast forward it. Oh, right. So we're at the cave now. This is the Yeti cave, and this guy's very easy to basically take down. So, but you do have to just have a little bit of strategy when you're fighting this guy and not just like take all the hits in the face. So you do want to be dodging like some of these attacks that he does, especially the one that he comes charging at you and kind of tries to hit you. And those do pretty hefty damage, especially to people who have light gear. So keep that in mind. Those are annoying. Also, the rock throw is the biggest one. Like right there, he kind of hits me pretty hard, and then he tries to swipe again. And then after this part's not too bad. You can take a few. You can hit him a few times, and then that's when he's vulnerable. You could keep hitting him for a few hits. And then the smash is a little bit annoying, and the punch. And so try to avoid those because they are very annoying and they do take a big chunk of your health off. And if he hits you twice, you pretty much can die in some cases, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, he's pretty easy to take down. It's not that hard. So just make sure that either A, you use a ranged weapon, or B, you just make sure you dodge and just hit properly, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can see the loot. The loot is totally bugged and it's totally destroyed. These guys definitely have to fix this as soon as possible. I do not want to be looting a chest that gives me a tier 2 item. Like, come on, like this is a level 62 elite and you're getting a tier 1 item or tier 2 item, which is like what, level 20. Like, yeah. Keep that in mind. Might not be a good idea to come to these caves, but you know, yeah, the chest is very disappointing. So that's why I'm not really recommend people to go into these areas right now, just because like I'm just showing you guys. Yeah, because it's not that great. So I'm not gonna really make a video on the Yeti caves until they improved on the loot. So yeah, till then, I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also check the links in below, and as well as I'll see you guys in the next video.